Hey, what's going on, Stacey? Thanks for jumping on with me this evening in
Hey.
2023, just to talk a couple things as insurance agents and just people in the community. So with that, you know, you know what? So everybody knows who you are. This I told you. You said don't put you on the spot, but I'm gonna put you on the spot. Uh, t- let's say tell us a little bit about you. Your story and things, so everybody know who the famous person is that I have on this video.
Okay, my name is Stacey Richardson. I have been licensed for 3 years in the financial solutions industry. Um, I have two adult children. Um, I have I started life insurance back during the pandemic, and my mother passing was my big reason why, because I want to educate people on the importance of life insurance. And not only that, in the midst of my learning and training, what's exciting to me is all the things that index products, i.e., life insurance, can do, and that it is more affordable than some people may think. So I think I want to educate the masses on that. And that's why I started life insurance.
Okay, okay. I like that. And who are you on? Who's the real Stacy? Please stand up. Tell us tell us a little bit about the real you outside of insurance, and what you like to do. Things that you like, that you did in your career previous in your former life. The stuff we can know. You know.
Well, actually, the main thing in all of my work that I have probably ever done goes back to customer service, meeting people, networking. The best thing that I've done, and what I still focus on, even though that they're over the age of 18 now, is my kids. It's amazing to watch them grow up. So I still take great joy in watching them, still being able to spend time with them and just seeing them grow and seeing how respectful they are. That's the main thing that gives me joy in life.
Yeah.
So other than that, I'm just ready to travel and um, just help as many families as I can. My work is enjoyable, so that's a big part of what I do on a daily basis.
Okay. I like that. So on Um, my kids, they don't live here with me. They're growing up. I've have one. She just hit 18, so I'm just starting at that second phase of a child hitting adulthood, and I don't know. There's a lot I had to learn. So, what do you think about? What advice would you give for parents? Like myself that that has a child that just hit adulthood. What tips would you give me?
Well, I can say for me, when my kids were like just turning 18, that instant, oh, I'm grown, did kick in.
Mm,
It did, but at that point, you have to um, kind of change who you are in their life. Like for me, I'm always gonna be their mom, but it came a point to where they didn't need the mom that was gonna coddle them. I could say, for instance, my 23-year-old, she needs someone that she could confide in and listen to her. So it changes from being that coddling parent to being her um, two adults working on this world together. She knows that I'm here for her if she has advice, if she needs advice, whatever, but I'm not on her back like she was when she was 16. So you just got to balance that. Oh, look at that. You
I
just have
thought
to
that I
balance
thought that
that.
was cool.
How you do that?
I don't know. Hey, we gonna see. See how it turned out.
Look, we all at the table.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so that change, the just the same change that the kids go through, us as parents have to be with it and have to respect them and listen to them as adults. Not only as kids. We can't tell them what to do, and we have to find a way to advise and keep our mouth shut sometimes when we want to say something. So remembering that she is an adult now, both of them really, my 21-year-old, he's going across the country right now. And I miss him to death and I want him just to be home, but he's an adult and he's picked a career and he's happy with it. And that brings me joy just to hear him and to hear how excited he is doing what he's doing. So those things are very important and give me joy.
I got you. And
Why
you
my
know,
face look like that?
I don't know. I think we gotta. It's like somebody trying to beam you up real quick.
Yeah.
Scotty trying to beam you up, Scotty. They don't know that you sure. It's probably like your actual, you know. So you talked about. You mentioned your son was
Hmm.
in the trucking industry.
Yes.
And I know that's one field that we definitely want to work with is truck drivers. So, what do you think about when he told you that? How do you feel about him jumping into that industry? And truck
Well,
drivers,
when
things like
he
that.
first told me, I wasn't thinking insurance. I was
Hmm.
thinking my baby is going to be driving around the country with these maniacs on the highway. That was my first thought. But we've talked and he's actually starting to show me some of the paperwork on the, you know, plans that they're offering them for the companies and pricing and stuff like that. He was the one interested in, okay, mom, this is the insurance they got. Do you have you ever heard of this company and this, that, and the other? So there will be a point that we come together and I'll know, what they're offering him. I'll know if I can, I know that I can do something better and his colleagues as well. So that's something that we've talked about, passing out my virtual card. He's done that already, and
Yeah,
stuff of that nature.
yeah, and as I got an uncle. He's a truck driver. I got a couple family members, and I got a friend. He owns a trucking business, and I have a client who was a truck driver, and they were talking about, you know, if you're over 2 years, you got the experience, and then if you're under 2 years, you got to go work with a company. And I was like, what is really good money for a truck driver? Some make 59 cents, some make 86 cents a mile, some make $2. And him starting off, I don't know where he is, but it's like, man, it could grow into something
Hmm.
very well. You just gotta found somewhere to start. Like we found somewhere to start with is an insurance industry. Myself, I retired from the military. I started off as a private and finished as a sergeant first class. There's like six more levels higher, way more money. I remember my first paycheck that I got when I joined 2 weeks in, and it was like $40. And I'm like, hell no, I cannot do this. I can't believe I signed up and they in here yelling in my face for $40. You know, I didn't know that all them things they didn't charge me for the haircut that I didn't get, and the haircut was terrible. Like y'all can keep this, but the cost of living and matter of fact, where are you located? What state you in?
I'm in Texas.
Okay, you in Texas. I'm in Illinois, and looking at that, the cost of living. So I was been looking for a house, and the houses out here is like 309, 309,000. I started thinking like, okay, let me go try to find something for 150. You know, looking at paying rent. I'm not gonna ask you how much rent is, but out here where I live is the rent is like $2,000.
What?
Yeah, $2,000,
Oh yeah, I
girl.
need to come on down to Texas.
Yeah, so and it's about to start snowing, so I might run out of time. Like, We don't say the S word around here.
Mm,
So
mm, mm,
traveling is the next thing that I want to talk to you about. Um, I mentioned, hey, the members of the organization and family and friends and things. I have a passport. I want to get some more stamps on it. And some people, but one thing I realize is I want to learn. I want to travel within the United States. So,
mhm.
what about you? What do you think about traveling? And
I want to
we're bringing
travel.
in an income where we can start getting on
Yeah.
and going places. So, what do you think
Mhm.
about traveling?
I definitely want to travel. I'm not too big on airplanes. I've driven a lot of places, but one thing lately that I've been wanting to do, I did not, maybe I didn't realize or know that the train stations has like um destination and package deals for driving the train. And I know that there's Amtrak here, well, in San Antonio, and I'm sure there are stops here or whatever, but my son had took a train trip a couple of months ago, and I really didn't even know it was a thing. They have some type of, deal where you can get so many places for so much money in a certain length of time, whatever. But yeah, definitely traveling is up there high, especially that my kids are grown.
That's funny that you say that because I got one cousin, very young, early 20s, and when he was in his teens, he started working. I don't know what you call it, kind of like with the old school trains, the luxury trains, and then he grew into actually buying a train and connecting it with Metro, Amtrak. So then when you get like in the older cars on, where they
Mm,
serve you food, so
yeah.
they attach those and people pay thousands of dollars to go travel different places. And
Oh,
then
wow.
one of my family members, my mother said, "Hey, you want to go to Texas?" Because she don't fly, right? And I think I got her to fly, but she said, "Let's take the train from Chicagoland to Texas." And I was like, "How long is it?" It was like 18 hours, and I was like,
Mm.
"I can't do it," but I didn't know.
That was a
I
luxury
thought I was gonna be
car.
sitting like this the whole time,
On
but
top of the cold stuff, on top of
yeah,
the
yeah, gonna have me throwing fire in the cold, and I didn't know.
right.
Like I gotta get it hot. But I didn't know that they got beds on the train. People have fun.
Yeah.
People had the best time of their life on trains and traveling. So I'm glad we do what we do, helping families to kind of
Mhm.
generate the income to travel. It ain't got to be about airplane. It can be about however you need to do to enjoy your life, and sometimes that little 18 hours on a train might be that piece that you need. So the final piece is to talk about that insurance. And we want to get people to talk about some insurance, getting some insurance, and
Mhm.
and some people not knowing what they need to know about insurance, right? Insurance, so I can sound legit. And the biggest thing was and I tell my pieces, I want everybody from through my business legacy smart group, and I'll ask you and once you give me your feedback, tell us about your business too.
Okay.
But I want everybody to see um, insurance through three lenses: life, health, and wealth. And with that, I'm starting to learn. I've learned, hey, the banks put their money in insurance. Everybody, every business owner should have some insurance, and most of them are building wealth through it. And
Mhm.
I'm coming from Chicago, and really, I didn't grow up with a spoon in my mouth. I'm happy about the my upbringing, so there's no knocking on that. But then there's certain things that I didn't know. Hey, I almost didn't want to go to college. I was like, man, I want to go and get a job. I want to work. You know, I want my dreams wasn't. I couldn't be Michael Jordan. I want to play football. I was very good in high school, but I was bony. right? I go to I go to college with Dion prime time. My leg broke on the first play, so
Mm,
that
mm,
wasn't gonna
mm,
happen. It wasn't gonna work out for me. So I was like, man, you know what? I saw a video. Be all that you can be.
mm,
In you remember
mm,
that, right?
mm.
That's the one you should like. Nope, not me. But I was like, do it. And that's when they paid me that $40 paycheck.
They
So
didn't
that
have a buddy system back then, huh?
I had a buddy system.
My ex-husband got in on the buddy system.
They had a buddy system. And
Mhm.
me and my friend Alvin, we was gonna join the military together. He wanted to go Air Force. I always call him. I was like, Alvin, you bougie. You gonna look at this, and he's like, man, it's your fault. You want to go. So, the story behind it is I found out I was colorblind, right? And then
Mhm. Knock you out
it's
the Air Force.
knock me out, can't be in the Air Force. Also, as well, as I know now, I have test anxiety. So I have
Mm.
test anxiety, so I didn't score high. So they was like, oh, you got to stay on the ground. You can
You
Air
getting on
Force.
if
Yeah, you
you in
go infantry.
infantry.
No, I wasn't gonna go no infantry, not with them boys. I'm not we them boys. And I wasn't gonna be no cook serving no cheeseburgers. We always make fun of cooks in the military. But and then I said, I don't want no desk job or nothing. And the guy says, well, they got a lot of women. I'm like, sign me up.
Mm.
So, I became an HR guy. So with that, I said all that to say was if I knew a little something about insurance, I probably would be in a better financial situation
Yeah.
all the way around. I did 23 years and now and retired with just my military stuff. What if I could have retired and started a policy at that exact time,
Mhm.
not to die, but to build wealth. And I probably would have came out and had another 40, $50,000 along with I have. So, with insurance, what do you think was missing? What do you think people what do you think people just don't know? Why they don't get it? And I want to say this. I stopped knocking on people that got GoFundMe because it wasn't the person that starts the GoFundMe is not the one that started this situation. It's the person that
Right.
passed away. And then when it comes to insurance, a lot of people they just don't know what it could do.
Mhm.
So let's hear
I
it from
think
you.
the taboo about insurance being just for death. I know, like back in the day, you would hear, soon as you get insurance, you're gonna die. We don't talk about insurance when you once you get it, you're gonna die.
You're gonna die
So we,
tonight.
yeah. So I think we grew up, in that era where, it just was not talked about. And so, the older you get, like I said, it really didn't even read my mom passed away in 2014. So even at that point, it was not something that was so prevalent on my mind.
Mm-hmm.
And so just the knowledge that I've gained just through getting my own license and then um incorporated with me trying to educate my own family and stuff like that. So knowing that I have knowledge that everybody needs, not necessarily even if they want it, just what it can do, how important it is. If people knew that, I think more people will have it. And even I tell people all the time that working in this industry every day, like you learn something new. Like um for instance, people with illnesses, they automatically think they can't get covered just
Mm-hmm.
off the top. So they don't even try. When in actuality, it is possible.
Yeah.
Um, and just a regular, they're not going to be able to call State Farm because State Farm going to say, "Oh, you got XYZ. No, you're deniable. You're not insurable," and that's it. They don't realize that
And
they're
State
that
State
way
Farm is a
because
okay company. I want to
well, I'm
say that.
sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. We
I'm
not
sorry. I'm
knocking
just
State
saying,
Farm.
no, we're not at all.
Yeah.
But
Hypothetical.
that's their job for their product and they know what their product can do. But as a broker, like we do, we have the privilege of going and seeing what all companies can do.
All
So,
from A to Z.
right. So that's
Hmm.
what makes it um that's what makes me proud of what I do. Like I said, it's enjoyable. And the fact that I know that I can help people. You can walk through a door to any company, and yes, you might find what you're looking for, and no, you might not. But with us and what we do, you know, we have the luxury of being able to find that needle in the haystack.
Yeah, it just, and when it comes down to it, it's like, okay, find that one agent that will take a little bit of time. It's like when you go to a restaurant and then you ever had that went to a restaurant and ever said like, man, they cook this food with love. They
Hmm.
season it. It tastes
Oh, I went to
good.
Bubba 33's
Ooh,
today.
Bubba 33. What's Bubba
Hmm.
33?
Ooh, hamburgers and pizza, and they got this thing called a bougie bacon. Oh my God. Me and my daughter went there for lunch. Some margaritas, a big old I had a mushroom Swiss hamburger with some sexy fries.
That's what
Mm.
they call
Mhm.
sexy fries.
Mhm.
Sexy one rib. So
Mm.
I got you. I got you.
So
So
yeah.
what we gonna do? Thanks, Miss Stacy, for jumping on. We're gonna wrap up, and I think
Okay.
I like this
I do.
table
It's so
here.
cool. I can't.
So
Can you put all of us like when we have our meeting tonight? Can you have all our heads up there like that?
yeah, hey, we gonna bring everybody back. We're gonna bring everybody back, and then we're gonna introduce more members of Legacy Smart Group to all the viewers, and then we gonna roll from there and see who ready to who's ready to hear the information that we have to provide. See that we're real people. We just licensed professionals, and it's taken us years to bring out this knowledge that
Ooh,
we have too as well.
ooh.
So, all right. So let me go ahead and do one thing real quick. Give me a second. We're gonna wrap up.